Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a married couple in love that loves some Assassin's Creed.
You did it right.
Yeah.
You gotta have like you gotta put the jazz in there.
And the reason we have to have the jazz in it is because this is a franchise we've covered a lot on the channel. It's one of like our first signature franchises, so it's one of our first franchises to have its own signature drink. And that is the Hidden Blade. We drink this with all of our Assassin's Creed reactions, so cheers.
Cheers. It's like a dessert drink. It's awesome.
We're checking out every assassin in Assassin's Creed in 12 minutes, and we're gonna do a draft after that for our assassins. We each have like, you know, little sheets if we want to take notes on any particular characters. You know, have our own personal rankings or whatever. While we draft, we will also discuss what we just saw, and so you know, we'll decide who goes first, and then you have that whole list. You pick your first character.
Ooh.
Then whoever picks second gets to pick the next two characters, and then we go 1 and 1. So it's a snake style draft. Do you want first pick or do you want second and 2? You want the second, you get 2, and then we go 1 and 1.
I know who you're gonna take for number 1, so I'm happy taking 2 and 3.
For number 1, who am I taking?
Ezio.
I'm taking Ezio, number 1. He's my number 1 pick. He's got revenge. He is, you know, a master assassin, and yeah, I mean, he's the one that like he's the prophet. So Ezio's a badass, and Ezio is now on my team, number 1 draft pick overall. Who are you taking? I mean, I feel like I know, but I don't want to tip my hand.
Oh no, go ahead and guess. I guess yours. So
I think you're gonna take Kassandra, and I think you're gonna take Edward, the pirate.
Interesting. Neither of those.
Okay.
I mean, not that I won't eventually take them, but they're not my first picks.
Okay.
Aya. Cleopatra's right-hand woman. This chick has got everything going on. So she stabs Julius Caesar. She convinces Cleopatra to kill herself with an asp. She's on a revenge plot to avenge the murder of her son, which she does with her husband. I mean, this chick is freaking awesome. Of course I'm taking her.
I should have guessed with the Cleopatra angle that you would have taken her.
And then I'm going to take Altair.
Oh, Altair! Oh,
yeah.
The OG!
Yes, because he is, he's the OG. Mentor, he redesigns the Hidden Blade, and he maintained a library of knowledge. So, like, as far as a founding member of the Assassin's Creed group goes, he's pretty cool.
I'm going with Kassandra. She's the granddaughter of King Leonidas, and she was immortal.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
So that's pretty badass. So I think she's awesome. I'm taking Kassandra.
Shao, the concubine turned spy who was trained by Ezio, because if you're gonna have Ezio, I'm gonna have his protege.
That's true. I almost took her too because she was the protege, but I'm like, no, I gotta branch out a little bit. The people I thought you were gonna take 1 and 2, all right, people, I'm gonna take 2 and 3. I'm taking the third one, Edward James Kenway, the pirate.
I knew you were gonna take the pirate.
And Grandmaster himself. So I mean, come on, he's a pirate.
I figured that.
So you're gonna take Adewale?
Of course I am. I'm going to take
the noble
pirate.
The noble pirate.
The badass pirate who frees slaves. So yes, I'm gonna take Adewale. 100%.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting a little bit more. Now I gotta see who I want to take. I'm gonna take Evie Frye. She is someone that I liked Syndicate, and I like that she sticks to the tenets, and she's still trying to like while her brother's going off and like trying starting gangs and training Jack the Ripper. Like she's always the one that's got like kind of like clean up after her twin brother, who is probably more of like who I would be. Is more Jacob.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, you like the gang people and the
I do,
the
but Evie Frye. I mean, if I'm drafting a team, I gotta go with people that are these are assassins, all right. So you gotta go with wits. And Evie Frye, I feel like, has better wits than her brother.
I'm going to take Arno.
Yeah, because of the piece.
Yeah. Oh, and he like served time in the Bastille. Which, if you've done any research on the Bastille,
do some research, people. No.
Like to come out of the Bastille alive, you've got to be pretty freaking tough. So I mean, that is an experience point there that he gets for coming out of there alive. Plus, it was a badass entrance for his gameplay that did stick out to us.
Yes, yes.
And he tries to cultivate peace, so he's totally up my alley.
I'm gonna go with Bayek. We say Altair is the OG, but I mean, Bayek found it with Aya, the Brotherhood, which the Hidden Ones. that turns into the Brotherhood of Assassins. So
Eivor.
okay. I was wondering when she was gonna get drafted. I was almost gonna take her the next round.
Viking ferocity. You know, I mean, I've got some smart people on my team. I now need to balance the brains with the brawn.
Yep.
And Eivor brings that in spades.
Speaking of brawn, I'm gonna go with Connor. I feel like he's pretty ruthless. He's got a badass streak about him as well.
I mean, he wipes out the Templars. That's a pretty big feather in your cap.
Yeah. So Connor's I think it's a good pick at number 6. I'm surprised he lasted this long.
Alexios,
the half brother of Kassandra. Aveline. I like Aveline because she's combating slavery. She was someone that didn't have to get into this because she already was like well off and well to do.
Yep.
But she's doing it because she thinks it's the right thing. She can't stand by and just live her life of luxury. She has to go out and stop right or wrong. And so I respect that, and I like her on my team.
Jacob Frye.
Okay, yeah. That was gonna be my next pick. I
feel like Jacob Frye is gonna have some street smarts.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna bring a different perspective to the team, so I'm gonna take him. Plus, I have the brothers to your sisters, so I feel like there's an advantage in having like a couple people on my team with some inside scoop on your characters.
All right. I don't know how he's gonna get along with my team, but I'm gonna go with Shay Patrick McCormick.
Oh, good, because I think he's a douche, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna take him. I probably could have saved him till the end. But I mean, he was able to kill so many people and so many like formidable assassins, and so that's why I said like I don't know how he's gonna fit on our team. I mean, you can't have him with Adewale on your team.
It's true.
But it's just it's someone that you're a bad guy. You're on the Templars, but at the same time, you are very skilled. You are highly skilled, and you felt betrayed by the Brotherhood. So that's why you went against it. I can get the revenge angle. So you're on the team.
I was gonna say it would be interesting to play through his story
Yeah.
because like first impression of him is God, what a dick, like what a traitor, and there's just not a lot that seems likable, readily presented.
Yep.
But there has to be a justification for his actions. There has to be a reason to like him. Otherwise, why create a whole game around him? So it would be curious to play through his story.
Well said. All right, getting down to the last 2 picks.
Nikolai ORELOV. ORELOV? I can't say the last name. But Nikolai. I'm going to say Nikolai.
That's the guy I was going to say for last because he failed over and over and over again. So it's like, I don't want you on my team, dude. So why'd you pick him?
He saves Anastasia more than once, and he has a real loyalty to her that I find very respectable. I respect loyalty.
Okay. I'm going to take Haytham KENWAY because I need another Templar on the team to help. I mean, you gotta help out Shay. So he's gonna get his ass kicked on my team if he's just by himself.
That's fine. My only note for him was makes himself Grandmaster. Douche. So I will not fight you on that.
I picked 2 that I probably could have saved till the end because you were gonna pick them anyways, but okay.
Yeah, they did not appeal to me.
All right, final pick. It's between Desmond, Miles, and
Desmond.
Arbaaz. Okay.
And the reason for that is self-sacrifice when somebody believes in something larger than themselves. I think that's very respectable. Also, my only notes for Arbaaz are Mary's a princess and he's a bad father. So I did not retain a lot of knowledge as to why he's cool.
I didn't write down anything for him, so that's one of the things I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna draft him because if I didn't write down anything for you, like at least some people I wrote down like Templar, like I mean there are certain things where I wrote down just like a little bit, like a couple little notes here. I didn't want to like miss anything, but when I don't write down anything for you, like at least even Nikolai, I at least wrote down failure by him. Like that was my note for him. We're gonna have these in the description of the video, but let's go over our teams real quick, just one more time. Bethany, you can go first.
Okay, so I have Aya, Altair, Shojan, Adewale, Arno, Eivor, Alexios, Jacob Frye, Nikolai, and Desmond.
Okay, and for mine, in order of how I drafted them. Ezio with the top pick overall, because I had first pick. And then Bethany had number 2 and number 3, so that was her 1 and 2. Then I got Kassandra, Edward James Kenway, EVIE Frye, Bayek, Connor, Aveline, Shay Patrick, Haytham KENWAY, and Arbaaz was the one that was basically forced upon me because I didn't know anything about him, and she chose Desmond. So this was fun. I mean, it was a different way to do the draft.
It was.
How'd you enjoy it?
I think it was a good way to do it. It was, what I liked about it was we had to absorb information about the characters and retain it till the end. I mean, even if it's note-taking, but like, we really had to pay attention, and then we had to put some real strategy and thought into place as to how we were going to get them versus just
grabbing them.
Yeah. There was, which like, I think we both can predict each other fairly well as to the type of characters that we're going to go for.
True.
So then it just becomes a matter of speed, whereas this became a matter of strategy.
I liked how you deferred to me and you gave me the first pick because you knew who I was going to pick. So you're like, all right, well, I know who the two that I want. Yeah. I'm really surprised that you didn't grab Kassandra. I thought she totally would have been up your alley.
I mean, if Aya had not been in this, it would have been Kassandra, 100%.
Okay.
But the tie-in with Cleopatra and Julius Caesar, like that's one of my favorite periods of history that I absolutely love. The fact that she's on a revenge story is very appealing, and she just, I don't know, she kind of just seemed to be everywhere in that time period that she's just really cool.
You have to let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. Whose team you like best, and and how you like this draft style for the way we did it. I think it does help that we knew a little bit about this franchise going into it. This is different. We're gonna mix up the way we do these drafts. We have fun with them, and hopefully you have fun with them. And if you want more Assassin's Creed reactions, we got a playlist down below in the description of this video. You should check that out. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction and our draft. Just keep in mind
that our reaction and our draft are definitely not definitive.
Our draft is definitive. This is your team. This is who you got. Although I have been thinking that some of we could, for the other drafts that we've done, we can do redrafts for different things and see which characters we've stuck with and stayed loyal to and which ones we've changed throughout. So that's something else that could be coming.
That could be.